Hello, everybody. My name is Moises, and today I will be talking about Padlet. I will talk about what Padlet is, how you can utilize Padlet, and how I use Padlet to connect with both students and parents. So, Padlet is definitely a collaborative space for teachers and students. Teachers and students can create digital boards of ideas or information. Padlet is viewable and editable on computers, laptops, and smartphones, making Padlet pretty equitable for any kind of device that someone may have. There is both a free and paid version of Padlet. The free version allows you to create up to 3 Padlet boards, but I like that you can reuse one Padlet as many times as you need. Personally, I continue to just use one and add to the Padlet every week, but I'll get more into that later on. So what are some ways that you could utilize Padlet? Here I have provided you with over 20 ways that you could utilize Padlet in your classroom. I wanted to touch base on a couple of these because I really thought they stood out the most. First up are bell ringer activities and exit tickets. A really awesome thing about Padlet is that in your settings, you can share and print a QR code. You could project this QR code for your students as they walk into your class or towards the end of a lesson. You could prompt your students with a question that they could answer when they get to class or before the lesson ends. I like that on Padlet, it's all a live feed, so you and all their peers can see what is being posted in real time. As a teacher, you have many different privacy options. You could either have students post anonymously or by name. You could even filter certain words on Padlet and they are replaced with fun emojis. You could even have Padlet ask you to approve every single post before it's posted just to make sure that students are not posting anything that they shouldn't. Another cool thing on Padlet that I like to do are class document hubs or resource gatherings. I like to utilize my Padlet as a place where both students and parents can check out weekly, where they can see any video that I've shared remotely or any document that I need students working on. By posting this, parents can stay involved and up to date with what their students are learning. You could even put different websites that students can refer to in case they need help with homework or understanding a concept. Collaborative note-taking or asking students for suggestions are also a really cool thing that you could do on Padlet. You could have students have a live discussion from home and in class at the exact same time. They could see what their other peers think about a lesson or an idea that you're discussing in the classroom. A really underrated way to utilize Padlet is for substitute plans. Just think about a substitute coming into your classroom and finding a QR code that they can scan, and when they open that QR code, it's a Padlet filled with every video, every webpage, and every assignment you'd like your students to complete for that day. Now I'd like to get into how I utilize Padlet for my students and my parents. So before I show you how I utilize Padlet for my students and parents, I wanted to show you what a Padlet board might look like. This is just one of many different templates that you could have for Padlet. Mine, I have it titled as my weekly focus for pre-K. So right here I have the different subjects that I teach: literacy, math, science, social studies, read aloud, and it goes on. And parents can click on the link to wherever I share it and look at the different videos from the focus that we're learning for the week. You could always add on more, and there are different ways that you could have your students share to this Padlet. So as I mentioned before, we can click on the share button, as you can see my mouse, and we have different privacy settings which you can look into, but I really wanted to show you how you can get that QR code, and that's by clicking right here. But I like to just use a link, so I'm going to copy that link to my clipboard, and I could easily post it to my webpage. So right here's my webpage, and I have a section called Weekly Focus Padlet. The way I linked this was that the moment I click this link, parents are automatically taken to my Padlet. I like this because parents know exactly where my webpage is, and everyone in the district has their own webpage. So by teaching your parents to visit your webpage frequently, they can always go there and find the Padlet link if they can't find it anywhere else. Another way that I share with parents is through Class Dojo. Right here, I just let them know that I provided a Padlet for the week, and they know that they can click that. And finally, a way that I could share with students is through Seesaw. Right here, I just created a simple activity, week 18 focus Padlet link, and they know that they click this and it takes them directly to the Padlet. Students and parents can view my Padlet so that they can see what we're learning this week, just in case somebody can't join a Zoom a certain day. If you teach a higher grade, I told you that your students could collaborate. They would be taken into a very similar or exact dashboard as the one that you see on your screen, and they would just find a plus button and you would have this title to whatever they might be doing. So you could even have block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4 if you have different periods throughout the day, and just train them to only respond to the one that they're in. They just click the plus, add a title, add I'm awesome, and it's posted and it's ready to go, and they can just go ahead and like that or like their other peers post. Like I mentioned, they could post anonymously, or you could have them post by their name. Thank you so much for joining in on this presentation on Padlet. I hope it was informative for you. If anybody has any questions, please email me at moises.vargas@hcisd.org. Stay safe and stay healthy.